you're a sky full of stars. I'm gonna give you my heart. 'Cause you're a sky full of stars. 'Cause you light up the park. I don't care if you wanna tear me apart. I don't care if you do. 'Cause in the sky full of stars, it's all you. Whoa.
Welcome to your Monday, March 23rd. Let me say good morning real quick to, is it Takir? Did I get your name right? I hope so.
Yeah, Takir.
Okay, Takir. So, Takir, you just got back from spring break, right?
Yep, I did.
So, Takir, where do you go to school?
University of Maryland, Baltimore County.
Okay, so you went south or north?
Oh, we went south to Panama. Yeah, it was 58 students, 3 medical professionals. It was a group called Global Medical Brigades.
Oh, awesome.
So this was like
a service trip.
This was like a not a party spring break. This was like a...
Unfortunately, no.
No, well, no, it's not unfortunate. Good for you. What are you talking about?
Seriously.
You should be proud.
No, honestly, I wouldn't have spent it any other way. We got to see over 1,000 patients, opened up 2 medical clinics.
That's fantastic.
It was absolutely phenomenal.
Hey, I'm Caroline.
And I'm Jay.
And we founded Global Brigades in the fall of 2012, inspired by a conversation we had in our dorm freshman year.
After implementing our first brigade to Panama in March 2014,
A medical and public health hybrid brigade.
this year we were able to implement 2 medical brigades and 2 dental brigades in the communities of Nueva Arenosa and Cerro Came. On the medical and dental brigades this year, we had 61 volunteers total.
Of our members, we had 2 dentists, 1 physician, 19 dental volunteers, and 39 medical volunteers.
We even had 1 medical volunteer from the University of Texas, Austin.
On our first full day in Panama, we essentially prepared for the 3 days of clinic work ahead of us. We gathered for an orientation led by our brigade coordinators, Oscar and Jessica. Their presentation was about Global Brigade's work and history in Panama. They explained the health system, health disparities, and confounding social and health issues, basically illustrating the driving forces for our work.
After a break for lunch, we began the real labor of the day, sorting and packing medications. We did this so everything were organized and prepared to be transported to the clinics the next morning. Some common medications we brought were oral antiparasitics, oral antibiotics, vitamins, cough and cold medicine, and anti-diabetic and anti-hypertension drugs. Common dental medications included topical anesthesia and fluoride treatments.
One of the special resources we prepared for our communities were hygiene packs. We brought a large amount of toothbrushes, toothpaste, floss, nail clippers, shampoo, and soap to pack into individual bags to hand out to patients after they attended health education lessons we provided.
As we packed our supplies, small groups of volunteers took turns working on practicing triage skills, like taking blood pressure, measuring a pulse, and determining respiratory rates, taught by qualified peers and our volunteer physician.
We were then prepared for the clinic.
My name is Chad. I'm the president of the medical program.
And I'm Jenna, and I'm the vice president of the medical program. The main purpose of our brigade was to set up our 3-day mobile clinic for the members of the communities we are serving. Our clinic can be broken down into several steps through which our patients transition.
When a patient first enters the clinic, they undergo intake. At intake, members of the community check in at the mobile clinic. There's a form filled out with all the community members' information, which includes basic information and spaces for the medical, dental, and pharmaceutical recommendations. We also determine why the patient has come to the clinic at this time.
From intake, the patient moves to triage. In triage, we take the vitals of each patient. Once the patient gets called into triage, a student volunteer first takes the patient's height and weight. They then go and sit down so they can have their temperature, blood pressure, pulse, and respiratory rate taken. The student volunteer learns and practices taking all of these vitals beforehand so they are prepared for the brigades.
Following triage, the patients wait to attend consultation with one of the physicians. Our physicians were a mix of Panamanian doctors and the pediatrician who volunteered to travel with us. Students have the opportunity to shadow the physicians as they engage each patient in their medical consultation. The doctors ask the students what they think about the patient, so we as students are able to give our input as well.
Hey, I'm Chris. And I'm Benham, and we're part of the dental program. If a patient requested dental care, they then visited the dental portion of our clinic. Here, the dentist performs extractions and sometimes cleanings. The student volunteers can shadow the dentist or do fluoride treatments on the patients. The volunteers are also expected to set up and help out with the sanitation of all dental supplies.
Once the children are done with the dental station, they move on to dental charla. There were 2 interactive lessons taught to the children by dental volunteers. The first about the importance of keeping your teeth clean. They were taught how to floss as well as the importance of brushing teeth at least twice a day. The next lesson was about which foods are good for your teeth and which foods to avoid.
Within medical charla, there are 2 different types, children's charla and adult charla. During children's charla, we are able to teach the children about when, how often, and how to wash their hands. We had an activity as well as a variety of information and pictures for the children to look at. Along with teaching lessons to the children, we were able to play around with the children at the school. We played many sports and games outside with all of the children. For the adult charla, we taught a lesson on nutrition. We taught the adults about the different food groups they should be eating from. We also emphasized that moderation is very important.
The last part of the clinic is the pharmacy, where student volunteers were given the opportunity to sort through a variety of medications. They collected the appropriate medications for the patients and assisted the pharmacist in handing them out.
At the end of each day, the students had to complete data informatics. We had to keep track of and enter the data and information from each patient that came to the mobile clinic. We worked on this each day after the clinic in order to view the data we collected from the patients.
Now, let's take a walk through the clinic.
Now we're going to move on to statistics. We saw a total of 1,029 patients from both Cerro Cama and Nueva Arenosa. That means we saw a bit more than 50% of the total population for the areas we were serving. We'll start first with the basic breakdown of the diagnoses that were performed on our patient population. 6% of our patients had a cardiovascular issue, 18% dermatological, 5% gastrointestinal, 4% genitourinary, 3% nutritional, 8% musculoskeletal, 5% neurological, 19% respiratory, and 33% of our patients ended up being healthy. We can also compare the frequencies of certain diagnoses to the type of medication we gave out in the clinic. 6% of our patients ended up getting allergy medication, 23% got an analgesic or pain reliever, 7% cough or cold medication, 3% antihypertensive drugs for high blood pressure, 6% antibiotics, 2% antifungals, 29% antiparasitic drugs, and 24% of our patients ended up receiving vitamins. To finish off with dental statistics, 477 patients of our 1,029 visited the dental portion of our clinic. There were 276 tooth extractions and 113 fluoride treatments, both pediatric and adult. If you would like to know more in-depth statistics, contact anyone from the trip and we'll be happy to give them out. But now, let's show how we had some fun.
Let's go, ring it in! On 3, John and the Habibis. Alright guys, 3 hard days. UMBC on 3, 1, 2, 3! UMBC!
Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. Vamos a la playa, a mí me gusta bailar el ritmo de la noche, sounds of fiesta. You know we go where the feeling is right. You know we go where the groove is hot. You know we go where the feeling is right. Feeling is right. Feeling is right. Vamos a la Quisiera hacerte un gran poema. Sale el cielo
There we
de
go.
papel. Tomar las nubes como crema.
Get it.
Enseñarte un super pase. Llevarte al espacio sideral. Volar como lo hace Superman. Me tienes tan debilitada. Todas mis fuerzas se me van si estás aquí.
¿Sí?
Me siento tan normal, tan frágil, tan real. Me llevas al espacio sideral. Me tienes tan
Curious.
que todas mis fuerzas se me van si estás aquí. Y mis poderes no son nada. Me siento tan normal, tan frágil, tan real. Me siento tan normal, tan frágil, tan real. Me llevas al espacio.
Everybody excited about going home?
No. I want to stay here forever.
Yeah, we all want to stay here forever.
Alright. Hey guys. How's it going?
Buenos dias.
Yeah.
Buenos dias.
This is our compound, and we're about to give you a tour of it. You want to say anything else? No? Alright.
It's beautiful.
Let's begin. Alright. So, this right here is where a very nice lady makes us ice cream, or popsicles? Popsicles? Popsicles. What are they called? And then
Ice in bags.
this is where we come in from. We're not really allowed to go past those gates, so we're not gonna. Here's a beautiful golf course that we're also not allowed to use, but it belongs to those resorts over there. And we're just walking down. There's our beautiful pool. I don't think anyone's used it yet though, right?
No.
It looks pretty clean.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they just cleaned it also, because the water wasn't running yesterday.
Oh, okay.
The water's running now.
So, yeah. So there's another pool and then another pool.
As you can see now, we're coming up on the basketball court.
Slash soccer field.
Which has plenty of seating for the audience.
We don't know where these seats came from. Probably like a movie theater or...
They're totally coach bus seats.
Yeah. We make fun of it, but we actually love it. It's so ghetto, but it's nice.
You can sit down with everything with your house. Seating and everything.
So yeah, there's a basketball court. You can see we have goals set up with cinder blocks. Watch Brett.
Yeah, kick it.
Every night we play soccer here.
Okay.
Last night we also played volleyball. It's a great hangout spot for us. So here's the playground. Yeah, everyone plays here even though we're all like 20 something. Let's keep it moving. Cafeteria. So there's the cafeteria. This is where we all eat. This is where most of our bags are also stored.
Just sitting over there.
So as you can see, here are all our bags. Oh look, we've got some people over here. Would you guys like to say hi to the camera? We're giving everyone a tour of the compound. So yeah, we eat here, store our bags here, there's some medications over there. This is also where we get our food, that's our water. Hola! Buenos dias! Buenos dias! These are the beautiful ladies that make our wonderful food. We're so grateful for them. They work so hard for us.
They're amazing. The best food.
If you walk up this way, it takes you to the beach area. So, I don't think we're going to go all the way to the beach. But, yeah, these are our rooms.
So as you can see, the quarters are a bit close.
That's a quick tour of our compound. We'll see you guys later. Or you'll see us later, actually, in the rest of this video.
Yeah.
Alright.
Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.